So maybe your home has a little bit of clutter, or maybe you want to get a whole lot of it out of there, and maybe you don't know where to start. So I'm going to tell you 5 popular methods you can use to declutter, and you can decide which one works for you. Grab your tea and let's go. The first one I wanted to talk to you about is the 1 room a week method. Now this method involves decluttering 1 room each week until your whole home is organized, and it can be super helpful to break the task down into smaller, more manageable steps, which is why it's good to do 1 room a week. However, this method has some pros and cons. Now, I think this would be absolutely perfect for somebody who wants to do a light declutter. Maybe you've actually already done the bulk of your decluttering. You've gone in there and you've made all the tough decisions, the tears, the laughter, all of it. But you're doing another pass, the onion method, as Dawn, the minimal mom, says. And I think that the 1 room a week method would be so good for those people. Now, I don't think that this is a great method for somebody who has a moderate to large amount of things to declutter. So a week is way too much pressure. And I think a lot of people might say, okay, I'm going to declutter my whole kitchen over a week. But then all of a sudden, the kids need something, or your husband needs something, or your mom's in the hospital, whatever. Then you get completely overwhelmed because you didn't get it done in a week, and we quit. It's that perfectionism again. And for that reason, the 1 room a week method gets number 5. The KonMari Method. This is a very good method popularized by Marie Kondo. We sort items by category and only keep things that spark joy. One thing you need to know, though, is that part of this process involves getting all of something out, like all of your clothes, and deciding what you're going to do with every single thing. So when you start, you're committed. It would be like literally getting everything out in your kitchen and doing that. You could do a smaller method, like maybe just all of the storage containers or something like that. And I really like the KonMari method in a lot of ways. There are a lot of times, though, when spark joy is useful, but it can actually be the pitfall of the whole scenario. Now, a few years ago, I was decluttering my closet. This method works really well if you have your final goal in mind. Like if you can be like, no, my goal is to keep my closet tidy. I want to declutter it. I don't want extra stuff in there. I think that's absolutely great. The problem with this method, though, is some people have a memory for absolutely everything, and they feel like the slightest happy feeling is joy and that they should keep it all.
So I had this hamster and he was like really cute, although I know he hated me, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, the day he died, it was a super sad day, and I was wearing this clip in my hair. I was 12, and to be honest, I just like to keep this because it reminds me of my hamster, even if it's not really a happy memory, you know, the day he died.
It would kind of be like saying, this turmeric, I remember that time that I made a recipe with turmeric. It wasn't that great of a recipe, but I did have fun with my husband that day. I mean, he was my boyfriend then. So, I should keep it because this sparks joy, even though it did expire in 2017. Now, it certainly is a very useful method, so KonMari gets number 4. The 10-10-10 method. Now, this method involves choosing 10 items to keep, 10 to donate, and 10 to throw away with each decluttering session.
I just want to add that there are a lot of different kinds of 10-10-10 methods.
Now, the idea is to encourage you to make quick decisions about what to keep, what to let go of. It can also help you focus on what is really important to you. I love the ambition of this method. I think it's great. And I love that you could move through it really quickly once you have those decluttering muscles strong and you know exactly how you want to declutter. You were like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of all this extra stuff. I don't want it sticking around. The problem with this method I see is that there's a lot of pressure a lot of people will probably feel when they do finally start decluttering. And they might feel completely overwhelmed and they don't know what category they want to put something in, and they're like, gosh, should I keep this? Should it be recycling? Should I donate it? I could throw this away. It's very old, but it's a waste to waste this container. But should I donate it? I don't know, it's so hard to decide. Well, this is overwhelming. I'm going to give the 10-10-10 a number 3. Swedish death cleaning, also known as decluttering. Don't check my pronunciation of speaking Swedish, but this is a really great decluttering method, I think, and it has gained huge popularity in recent years. The reason behind it is to declutter and organize your possessions in theory, so that your loved ones won't have to deal with the burden of sorting through your belongings after you have passed away. And this is actually, my brother and I went through this not long ago because my dad died about a year ago, and we had to deal with his things. And you know, I don't begrudge him at all. The thing is, Swedish death cleaning can be a bit of a difficult process. We have to face our own mortality, which is never fun. I mean, really.
No one wants to get old, no one wants to die, but we do.
But many people actually find it super liberating and empowering, and it allows them to feel like they're actually like taking control of their possessions and that they can prioritize what truly matters in life. One other thing I absolutely love about it is a method that emphasizes the importance of decluttering and simplifying your life, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones. I am going to collect all the spices in the world. I can just store them in my pantry and they can stay forever. It doesn't really matter. It won't be my problem when I'm gone. But the other piece is actually enjoying life while we are living it, which is pretty much my motto here all the time. Your environment matters. Don't waste your life, all of that. So instead of saying, I'm just going to keep them all, I could say, well, decluttering and then tidying a lot of these, especially the empty ones and the things I don't use, probably would be good, no matter how much time I have on this earth, because I'm going to be gardening in my 90s. And in all honesty, you are doing your loved ones a favor too, although this clip I thought was hilarious.
The premise behind Swedish death cleaning is you're supposed to get rid of all your clutter before you die so that you don't burden your loved ones with all your stuff, right? Well, I'm not doing it. I have cleaned up after these people way too long.
Since we're getting to the heart of the matter, Swedish death cleaning gets number 2. The 30-day challenge. Now this method, you might be able to tell, is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. It involves decluttering 1 item the first day, 2 items the second day, 3 on the third day, and so on and so forth. Day 1, I'm gonna start with the Chinese 5 spice. I never liked that one. Day 2, let's go for this empty container and this other empty container. Day 3, okay, so here's some cardamom. I enjoyed the cookies I made with it. It's expired though. And I also don't like this garlic salt. What I like about it is it's a gradual approach and it can make decluttering feel way more manageable. And I really like this method, especially for people who are new to decluttering. I actually did it about 3 years ago and I just walked around and made a bunch of piles, I got a bunch of boxes, had it all ready to go. It was so great. And let's be honest, turmeric, I don't like it. So it's a really great starter method for anybody first starting out, anybody who has done it for a while but is just finding themselves getting super overwhelmed and stressed out. Because of its ease and sensibility, I am giving the 30-day method number 1. All of these methods are so good, but I think the best thing you could do is to use all of them and maybe just at different times. So maybe when you're first starting, you'll do the 30-day challenge just to get on a roll. And then maybe you will do the 10-10-10 method because you still have a ton of stuff to declutter and you can actually work on that until you get a little bit burnt out from it. Then maybe do the Swedish death cleaning method because you're starting to get an idea of like, hey, I don't want to leave this for other people, but at the same time, I want to live with a bunch of great things around me. Once you get to the sentimental things, Marie Kondo's KonMari would be so perfect. And when you're doing a maintenance declutter, the 1 room a week method would be so great. Now check out this video if you want more tips on how to actually do the decluttering. I went way in depth and there's a ton of great stuff there. And thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.